What up, dudes? Fruit Punch Saber here. Back with some more Nukitashi. Last time we left off, man, we broke Ray's heart. He broke her heart. We betrayed her. We did the one thing she told us to never to do. Point a gun at a comrade. We pointed a gun at her, and yeah, we broke her heart. And then, when the higher-ups asked Rei what happened to Fumino, she never snitched on us. That hurt even more. This is the aftermath, and this video is going to highlight on Jun basically falling in love with Wata because they both have that guilt of betraying Rei. After school the next day, the 5 usual suspects are gathered in the base with one extra.
改めまして、皆様、こたびは愚心のためにご尽力いただき、誠にありがとうございます。
I'm not gonna lie.
感謝の念に耐えません。
I finished the water route. Not quite happy with the ending, but Fumino in the water route, she is becoming one of my favorite characters. Like, she's slowly rising in the ranks for me. I really like this character. They did a really good job with Fumino. The white-haired girl, Fumino, bows her head deeply. Apparently, she's been dressing as a boy to avoid attention until now. Haven't I told you? We're all your comrades here. You don't need to be so formal around us. Nonetheless, her expression remains unchanged. It's not that surprising, considering she was suddenly smuggled into some weird secret base underneath the school and surrounded by people older than her.
あ、思い出した。ふみのちゃん、前にビーチで会った時あるよね。
Fumino stares at Wata with her large eyes and nods slightly.
やっぱり。あの時はありがとね。
Even when faced with such genuine, innocent gratitude, Fumino remains stone-faced. She's going to be a hard nut to crack.
けど、男装して学園に通ってたとはね。道理で女子を探してても見つからないわけだわ。
はい。名も偽っておりましたので、皆様の貴重なお時間を空費させてしまったこと、重ねてご勘定いただきたく、伏せてお願い申し上げます。
How formal. Having someone so sincere and upfront in our group would make us more respectable, I think. Especially considering that, other than her, we got such distinguished individuals such as the Pharaoh Shut-in, Asa, the top slut, Nanase, the lowly in denial, Wata, and Hotori, just, Hotori. We accidentally ended up as a band of misfits and outcasts. I want Fumino to be as comfortable here as possible, but the reality is that we basically brought her here by force. Knowing all that, can I really expect her to ever open up to us?
どうしましょう、立花さん。
You can start by cooling your jets a bit.
年下で明らか可愛くてスーパーかしこまってて、その上男装少女？キャラが立ちすぎですよ。私まだ立ってないのに。
No one said anything.
ああ、そうだよ兄。パーティーメンバーが増えたんだから一人抜けてもらわないと。
そんなシステムが？捨てないでください。食われる。ふみのちゃんに食われてしまう。食いしん坊キャラなのに食われる。
Okay. I thought she had a fat complex. Nah, she's okay being the fat character.
短い付き合いだったけど楽しくもなかったよ。バイバイ、激太りさん。
出荷は嫌です。
私のせいで多大なご迷惑をおかけしているようで申し訳ございません、激太り様。
まあかしこまってるようでめちゃ失礼なこと言ってるんですけれどもね。
何か粗相をいたしましたでしょうか。
立花さん、天然属性までお持ちなんですけど。
Yeah, I know Misaki. She's a pretty good character. Just chill a bit, maybe. Even after all that, Fumino's expression is static and impossible to read. It looks like it really didn't occur to her that what she was saying was rude. in that case, I guess she is a bit of an airhead.
こっちもこっちでな。おいおい、男装趣味の嬢ちゃんよ。なんつったっけ？ふーみ？
ふみのでございます。
ふみのちゃんよ。言っとくけど、うちの年下枠はすでに私で埋まってんだ。最年少だからって可愛がってもらえると思ってんなら大間違いだぞ。もっとも可愛がってほしいってんなら、私が好きなだけ可愛がってやるけどな。
こら、新入りの子を脅かしちゃめえでしょ。ごめんね、ふみのちゃん。あさねちゃんお兄ちゃんのこと大好きだから、ちっちゃい子がいると取られちゃわないかって心配なんだ。分かってあげてね。
She nods. Her unusually colored eye stare back at Wata.
いきなり先輩たちに囲まれたら緊張しちゃうよね。でも安心していいからね。みんないい子ばっかりだから。
はい。
そうだ、まずはふみのちゃんにこの基地のことを教えてあげなくちゃね。
Wata shows no hesitation whatsoever in engaging the anxious Fumino and proactively gets close to her. Wata seems totally fine, despite all that happened just the previous day.
それでね、ここ高いところにもいっぱいものがあるよね。取りたくってもっていう風に届かないよね。
Hey, good job! Good job, devs, on the Wata animation of her trying to reach up. That was pretty cute. I like that. It felt, very animated.
届きませんね。
そういう時に使うのがこれ。私のだけど、ふみのちゃんも好きに使っていいからね。
わたちゃん、ずいぶんその小娘に親切じゃない？
まあね。なんてったってふみのちゃんとは貧乳仲間だもんね。
He knew. Ah, I see. That explains it.
お二人が仲良さそうにしていると相乗効果でさらに可愛らしい。
Otori, you seem to be struggling with something.
でもちっぱい子が増えたことで相対的にわたちゃんのキャラがその旨同様薄くなったのでは？薄くありませんけど、ふしゃー。
She was almost there with acting like an onesan. But just like that, she back being a loli again. Where's my mouse? Despite that, Fumino is staring at her in admiration. Fumino, what is it?
いえ、どうというわけではないのですが。
わかるなあ。貧乳仲間として惹かれてるんだよね。ルイで友を釣っちゃったね。わからないこと何でも聞いていいからね。
はい。わたちゃんは偉いですね。いろいろなことを教えてくれて。
それほどでもないよ。褒められた。
今は何年生でしょうか
？3年生だよ。1組。
そうですか。3年生にしては大きい方ではありませんか？
ほんと？初めて言われたな。ふみのちゃんいい子だな。よしよし。しゃがんでもらわなくてもなでなでできる。
She's so happy I can't bring myself to tell her that she's made a fatal error.
勘違いに気づかず喜んでるわたちゃん。かわいいわ。
If you just kept your mouth shut, we could have let this go. So, Fumino, I know she didn't specify, but Water is an A-level student like us. When she says third year, she means A-level third year.
はい。
立花くんたちが2年生で、あさねちゃんが1年生だから、私が一番先輩なんだよ。
Fumino doesn't change her expression, but she starts blinking rapidly.
これは失礼いたしました。せっかく冗談をおっしゃったのに笑うことができず。
冗談じゃないよ。私本当に最高学年だよ。
申し訳ございません。このようなことはあまり得意ではなく。
ふみのちゃんが信じてくれないよ。
Nukitashi! She eventually pulled out her student ID and managed to convince Fumino. That's been sorted out, but all is not well.
いいよ。どうせ私チビだもん。指導部の3年生って思われた。9歳も下に見られた。この9年間って何だったの？
Unsurprisingly, she's depressed. Fortunately, I got an ace up my sleeve for just this kind of situation. Come to think of it, not that long ago, I got mistaken for being a full 12 years younger than my real age.
じゃあさすがに無理がない？
But my feet hurt. I want to sit down. Give me a moment. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, it feels so good just to sit down again. I gotta adjust the mic. Give me a moment too. What she said? Shut up and come here for a sec. You too, Fumino. Whisper, whisper.
私小さすぎてコロポックルかと疑われました。
私なんかつい最近お隣のおじいちゃんに受精卵かと思ったって言われたばっかりですよ。
Whoa, seriously? If that's true, then if Wata only looks 9 years younger, that means she looks more mature for her age than most people. I haven't done this in a hot minute. Based on the look on Hotori's face, I'm guessing they had to pull that trick out quite a bit while I was gone. I wonder what's been going on in the FS since I left.
立花くん？
Huh? All chilled up, are we? Gotta love those mood swings, huh?
うん。
She's looking at me, right in the eye. She looks concerned. I feel like she can see right through me. I unconsciously avert my gaze. I chose this path. I gotta deal with the consequences on my own. As the leader of the NLNS, it's my duty to devote myself fully to achieving our objective. And how do I get there from where we are now? Fumino, there's something I want to ask you.
私に答えられることでしたら。
Well then, I'll just cut to the chase. Is Governor Toshiaki Hitsuyora your father? Just like that, the mood in the base suddenly tenses up. Fumino's big eyes stare back at me, unblinking.
確信はございませんが、おそらくそうなのではないかと。
文野が県知事の兄、どういうこと？
Well, my explanation is cut off by a sudden familiar sound. It's been a while since I last heard it. And to think I was just about to call him to let him know that we secured Fumino. What uncanny timing. I assume he already knew, since he was the one who gave us the order to find her. It made sense that he'll be tracking our progress.
ご苦労だった。無事任務を達成したようだな。
As expected, our sponsor face is displayed on the monitor. Yes, as per your request, we have located and secured Fumino Kotoyase.
そちらが文野か。おお。これでようやく。
I never seen the old man in this good of a mood before. Sir, may I ask one thing? Before Fumino can open her mouth to speak, I interrupt his laughter. Were you aware that she's the daughter of the governor?
どこで聞いた？
His voice abruptly becomes icy, sending a cold chill down my spine. However, his response tells me that my suspicions were accurate. I infiltrated the FS and stumbled upon the information during my investigation. If you excuse me for asking, why did you withhold that information from us?
逆に聞こうか。なぜそのようなことを貴様らに教えねばならん。それをしてわしに何の得がある。
Fair enough. Fumino's position as the governor's daughter wasn't important for us to complete our mission. Given how the revelation that he has an illegitimate daughter could spread like wildfire of late, it makes sense to have it on a need-to-know
貴
basis.
様らはわしの要望通り文野を確保した。わしは貴様らの望み通り島の条例に終止符を打つ。それが全てではなかったか。
Yes, absolutely.
ならば余計なことを知る必要などないであろう。 滅ぼすぞ。
He worded it like a warning. Hell, even like a threat. Do not investigate Fumino any further.
条例の終焉には文野の存在が不可欠だ。近くそちらに使いの者を送り、文野を引き取らせてもらう。
To bring her to you.
無論元よりそのつもりだ。水郷や道楽で文野の捜索にこれだけの資材を費やしたわけではない。
He seemed cheerful, more or less, when he heard Fumino had been secured, but now his tone is icy cold, frightening even. I need to look at this rationally. Now that I know for sure that she's Governor Hitoyoda's daughter, can I really trust this mysterious old man? Maybe I'm just being ungrateful. I can't deny that his sponsorship is the reason we've been able to come this far, protect our chastity, and retrieve Fumino in the first place. She's the illegitimate child of the father of the perverted sex law. If that information were to get out, it could cause the people's trust in the governor to collapse, which would likely mean the end of the law. But what would happen to her after that? Hell, what does this old man plan to do with her? Fumino is stone-faced. Even though this is about her fate, she's listening silently. It's like she'll accept whatever happens to her. I can't read either her or the old man. I have no idea how they're feeling deep down. However, Water has an expression that I can read easily. I know all too well that, despite her naive appearance and tendencies, she can be surprisingly good at picking up on people's feelings. Even if I can't comprehend Fumino's feelings, maybe she can. She's looking at Fumino with great concern in her eyes. I probably shouldn't just hand her over so casually. Sir, regarding the handover, there's something I'd like to confirm, just to be sure.
何？
I'm sure you know that to enter or leave the island, you need to pass the sea gate, which is kept under close surveillance by the show. Given the FS knows of what Fumino has been taken, smuggling her off the island would be a Herculean task. Hell, even the Yakuza have taken root on the island and are hunting for her. Any carelessness during the transfer could cause her to slip through our fingers. I want absolute assurance of her safety, so we know all our effort hasn't gone to waste. Otherwise, I'm afraid I can't hand her over. I said the whole thing in one breath, to avoid any objections. This likely won't do anything more than buy us time, but that's not important. He doesn't respond at first, but it doesn't even look like he's thinking over his response. He's just staring me down in silence. My heart quietly beats faster. I can take this much. Hell, after dealing with the drill sergeant from hell who could easily beat the shit out of me, some old dude who can only yell at me from a screen is nothing.
無論だ。これはわしにとっても悲願である。引き渡しには万全の準備を整えさせてもらう。準備が済み次第、追って連絡を入れる。それまで、文野を確実につなぎ止めておけ。よいな。
Without waiting for a response, he cuts off the transmission. Gradually, the tension in the air eases.
おいこらジュン、万全の体制ってやつが整ったら本当に文野を引き渡すつもりなの？
Nanase, one of the original members of the NLNS, seems to know me well. She reads me like a book. Hell no. Hopefully by then I'll come up with a plan.
橘様、どうして？
Fumino's pupils dilate in surprise. It was like she was feeling something deep down after all. This is the first time she's shown any emotion since we got her here. So she does have other expressions. It's not my reason. It's just the look of our senpai there had her on her face. Fumino turns to look at Wata, who returns to gaze with a broad grin.
みんないい子だって言ったでしょ？よかったね、文野ちゃん。
はい。ありがとうございます。わたちゃん。
Dang, she called her Wata-Chan too. She said Tachibana-sama. And then Misaki, whatever her other name was, Sama. Wata-Chan.
いいよいいよ。あ、でもそうだな。できたら先輩とかさんとかつけてほしいかな。
Oh, she did not like that. She wanted to be called San or Senpai.
わたちゃんさん。
Oh, she think her name is Wata-Chan. She doesn't think that Chan's like a, whatever, right? So, that's what she said that.
そこなの？ふみのちゃん、そもそもわたちゃんっていうのはあだ名で、わたらいのわたにちゃんがついてるわけだから、だな。
Isn't it kind of weird to add a title to a nickname?
そう、継承が2つもついているのがおかしい。
So maybe try dropping the nickname.
抜いてみよう。
チャンさん
Chan-san?
中国地方の人みたいになっちゃったあるよ。
橘様のおっしゃる通りに言ったつもりでしたが、何か間違えてしまったでしょうか。
っていうか、橘くんは様付けなのになんで私はさんなの？先輩だぞ。
自分から言ったんじゃん。
言ったけど、私も様付けがいいよ。
チャンさん様
What? Chan-san-sama?
私を渡したら閉める要素がどこにも入ってないよ。
わちゃわちゃしてるチャンさん様、かわいい。
シャンシャンちゃんもじゃないですけど。
言えてません。
Wada puffs out her cheeks and pouts. She's starting to get depressed again, so we should probably stop. Fumino, you're part of our team now. You don't need to be so formal. Just address us normally.
しかし、私は皆様にお助けいただいたご恩がございますので。
Then think of it respecting our preference. I know I definitely prefer it if we could be more casual with each other.
かしこまりました。それをお望みであれば、そのようにいたします。
Yes, please.
はい。では、改めまして、よろしくお願いいたします。橘さん、ひなみさん、あさねさん、七瀬さん、激太りさん。
Dang. Well, at least she calls Wada by her first name now, Hinami.
まあ完全に不意打ちの落ち担当みたいになっちゃってるんですけれどもね。
また何か粗相を。
This is the second time she's done this, but she looks even more flustered than before. Maybe this is her way of opening up to us. That makes me happy to see. For so long, we searched for Fumino for the sole purpose of bringing down the law. I successfully infiltrated our bitter enemy, the FS, to that end. I was able to get their trust before finally betraying them to their face. Because of that, we were able to secure Fumino. Now, she's just not some tool. She shouldn't be used to bring down the law. If I were to just use her to accomplish my goal, then that would put me in the same league as Governor Hitsuyoda. I never stoop that low. I can't bring myself to hurt someone again for my own selfish goals.
ふみのちゃん、今頃どうしてるかな。
I wonder. I hope she's enjoying a good rest. When we split up to go home, we decided it would be best for Fumino to stay in the base. They got everything someone would need, and even though there'll be temporary provisions, there's even food. She'll be able to sleep and eat at least. And more importantly, though, she'll be safe there. I'm sure the FS and the Yakuza are still hunting for her, but they'll never find her at the base. Well, it's a hell of a lot better than where she was before. When we asked, Fumino told us that she's been hiding in a deserted shrine. I wonder how she stays safe in a place like that, but it's probably the last place anyone would look for someone.
私のお気に入りのクッション、ちゃんと使ってくれてるかな。ふみのちゃん遠慮しいみたいだからな。もっと先輩に甘えてほしいな。
Maybe she's way more animated when there's no one looking.
基地で踊ったりしてるかな。
Who are we talking about again? Hotori?
そっか。ふみのちゃんがもっと悠々自適になれるよ。先輩として頑張らなきゃだね。
Yeah, I guess so. We're talking about Fumino, but the conversation feels forced, and there's a bit of a pink elephant in the room. The one thing we both would rather forget. At the same time, though, it's something that needs to be discussed. I know what happened immediately after we rescued Fumino is weighing heavily on both our minds. The heavy silence is broken as the scroll strap on Wada's tablet vibrates.
母さんからだ。今日も泊まっていくのって。
Ah, it's already past 9 o'clock.
ふみのちゃんと遅くまで話してたからかな。いつもより早く感じるな。
Thanks. Even though I don't have to go to FS training anymore, you're still there for Asa.
なんだかもう日課みたいになっちゃったから。それにね、心配だったから。
Those big eyes are staring up at me. Well, can confirm that Asa gets lonely really easily. I worry about her too. We fall silent for a while.
ねえ、立花くん。今日、泊まってってもいいかな。
Sure, I don't mind.
よかった。ありがとう。それじゃあお世話になるね。
Her sleepy smile is quite transient. You can sleep in my bed if you want.
ありがとう。
After she takes her bath, Wata climbs into my bed. She's been coming over a lot lately. Plus, she stayed the night once, so apparently she got a change of clothes here.
立花くんは眠らないの？
I'll stay up a bit longer. I need to figure out where we go from here. Is it okay if I leave the lights on for a bit?
平気。立花くんは偉いね。頑張り屋さんだね。よしよし。
She reaches out with her tiny hand and gently pats my head. However, her pats get gradually weaker and weaker.
よし。よし。
She begins breathing rhythmically. Good night, Wata. I tuck her in and look at the clock. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. Most children will probably be awake by now. Most children will probably still be awake right now, but it's probably way past her bedtime. She looks exactly like a child when she's asleep. Adorable. And yet, she stayed up the whole night for me that day. The day we infiltrated the show headquarters and saved Governor Hitsuyoda, and I got shot in the head. She watched over me all night long. So, she normally goes to sleep this early? It's been a while since then, but I still feel grateful to her. Plus, the whole time I was in the FS, she was coming over here to take care of Asa. I suggested it because she was desperate for a way she could help, and even though it was just an offhand comment, she did it every day without complaint. I need to make sure I'm pulling my weight as leader too. Though, having said that, no, that won't work either. It's past 2 in the morning, almost 3. I was typing down any ideas I could come up with for the future and combat strategies, but nothing stuck. I take off my glasses, rub my eyes, and take a deep breath. I heard that the best strategies in the past usually study history, so I looked back on my previous fights and operations for reference. But it was just a waste of time. I didn't learn anything useful, and at some point I got distracted and just ended up looking at cute anthropomorphized worship. Is he playing Kenkulet? Dang, I forgot about Kenkulet. It's been a long time. I think my favorite girl was Yudachi. Boy, I like Yudachi a lot. I can't focus. This isn't exactly my forte anyway. Not to say usually our strategist. But considering the circumstances, it would be unreasonable to rely on her. We're up against the FS, the show, and the Yakuza. They all want Fumino. Not only that, but even though she's our only hope for dismantling the perverted sex law, I agreed to hand her over to the old man. Logically, I don't think it's the wrong decision, and I don't think I was coerced into it, but something about it isn't sitting right with me. If I play my cards wrong and make an enemy out of our sponsor, then everything will fall apart. Give me a moment. I need to drink some water. My throat is getting dry. I'm stumbling against my words. That's good water. Fumino first opened up to us when we told her we wouldn't hand her over. that made her trust us, and I can't let myself betray someone trust again. Still, even if we got one more member, we still only have 6 relatively untrained members. We're hopelessly outmatched. Hell, even if I were still part of the FS, it would at least give me a way to deal with the Yakuza. Hold on now. An idea suddenly strikes me. I can use that.
あれ、立花くん、まだ起きてたの？
Sorry. Did I wake you up?
平気。どうしたの？なんだか嬉しそうな顔してるね。
Yeah, I just came up with a new strategy.
ほんと？さすが立花くんはすごいね。どんな作戦なの？
The first step is me rejoining the FS.
できるの？そんなこと。
Yeah, I think I contributed a lot to the FS when I was a cadet, if I do say so myself. I captured the woman trying to bring her illness into the island, and I extracted the prefectural governor. Hell, I think I'm more decorated as a cadet than most of the official members.
そうだね。
Above all that, though, I was the one who finally secured Fumino. I said that makes me officer standard, wouldn't you?
立花くん？
Considering all I'd done, I think I'd be able to have a real say in the FS if I rejoined. See, one thing I kinda didn't like, I liked the water route. I finished it already. This one, I really liked the story until the ending. The ending makes me feel like it was very rushed. It didn't feel like it belonged to the route. It felt weird. I didn't like the ending. It's a happy ending, but I feel like it makes Jun kind of forget about the FS. I kind of wish he rejoined the FS officially at the end. I think that would have been really good, but whatever, I guess. Hell, I don't think they can afford to turn me down. See? He's like so attached to the FS, man. Why didn't they just let him join the FS for the ending? Then I could get them to make dealing with the illegal sex trade their top priority. That will let us solve the public order problem and deal with the Yakuza in one fell swoop. And no offense too, I'm not gonna lie. I guess I want to get this rant out the way. For the ending, for Jun, I really, honestly, I'm sorry, Wata fans. I'm really sorry I'm about to say this. I really wish Jun got with Rei. I really wish that. I really wish that. And then I also really wish he joined the FS too. But this is the water route. So, you know, Wata-Chan fans. I felt the same way when I did the Misaki route. I like Ikuko more than Misaki. So, you know. I don't know. I guess I always like the non-heroines. Then I could get them to... Alright, let's get back to it. Action. Then I could get them to make dealing with the illegal sex trade their top priority. That will let us solve the public order problem and deal with the Yakuza in one fell swoop. Pretty good, right?
すごいと思うよ。うまくいったらちっちゃい子たちの被害もなくなるし、すごいって思う。けど、でも、立花くんがふみのちゃんを助けたのは SS としてじゃないよね。
Huh? Then who'd I secure her for?
口を聞くな！消え
Damn. Oh, fuck. That broke his heart. Because I think deep down, too, he kind of had feelings for Rei. When she said that, he cried. Man, I'm sorry, Water fans. It's just like, come on, man. I wanted the second thing. I know Rei can never be the heroine. I know she can't. But I really want her to be second place, at least. Oh yeah. How the fuck could I forget that? To save Fumino, I betrayed the FS. I betrayed her. Sorry, Wata. That was a joke. My hands are shaking, and my voice is shuddering. How the hell could I have forgotten about what I did?
わかってる。大丈夫だよ、立花くん。
Wata doesn't flinch. She just gently cups my shaking fists in her soft, tiny hands.
こんな遅くまで私たちのために頑張っていろいろ考えてくれてるんだね。ありがとう。嬉しいよ。
Damn, I'm not gonna lie. You can't see it because I don't have my camera. I'm tearing up again, man. Oh, that really hurt me. It's just a game. It can't hurt me. But, man, is Rei not a heroine because she's not a virgin? Is what Jun said is true? Visual novel fans only want virgin heroines? I don't care, dude. I don't care if Rei's not a virgin. I don't care if she fucked 100 dudes before meeting Jun. Man, I really like Rei. She's still my favorite character. I really like that character. They did a really good job of Rei in this row. But I tried to say something, but the words get caught in my throat.
わかるな。頭いっぱい使ってると疲れちゃうもんね。そういう時は休ませてあげよっか。ほら、おいで。添い寝してあげるから。
Wata. She never changes. No matter what dumbass plans I come up with, no matter what idiotic conclusions I jump to, she's there to support me. She worries about me, looks out for me, all while graciously accepting me for who I am. How damn big is her heart? The sight of her gentle smile makes me start to tear up. I guess that's one thing you gotta remember too. There will be no Rei-Chan route. There will be no Rei at all in his life without Wata. So Wata, you kind of owe Wata for even meeting Rei anyway. So that's why this is the Wata-Chan route. She pulls away the covers and past the mattress beside her. I obediently climb into bed.
よーしよし。お疲れ様だね、立花くん。ゆっくりおねんねしようね。
She hugs me with her petite body and gently strokes my head. My other hand is gently patting her other hand is gently patting my back. She reminds me of my mom. She used to do this for me when I was little and couldn't sleep. Sorry. I guess I said something kind of stupid.
そんなこと気にしないでいいよ。言いたいことがあるんだったら、どんなことでも私に言っていいんだよ。
Okay. Thank you. Her soft warmth makes me feel more and more relaxed. Despite that, though, my heart rate isn't calming down.
みんなのリーダーで、あさねちゃんのお兄ちゃんで、立花くんは本当に頑張り屋さんだもんな。
She's in my bed with me, pressing her petite body up against mine. I don't want to say it and make her angry, but I can feel her heartbeat in her flat chest.
でもね、頑張りすぎなくってもいいんだよ。私がそばで見てるから。先輩なんだから。大変な時はもっと頼ってくれていいんだよ。
Okay. I'm not really paying attention to her words. Her gentle tone is like music to my ears. I can feel her voice reaching deep inside me, and is moving me almost to tears. She truly is a kind person at heart. That's right. I need to protect water from the law and the illegal sex trade. However, I won't sacrifice Fumino to do that. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to get this resolved. As long as no one else gets hurt because of it. I need to strive
お
harder.
やすみなさい、立花くん。
Her soothing voice lulls me to sleep. To think this little girl possesses an almost motherly tolerance and tenderness. Damn. Why Jun has like Wata to comfort him. You gotta remember Rei has nobody, dude. Nobody at all.
あれここ
Wata, good morning.
なんで立花くんが一緒に寝てるの
Somehow, I remember this tiny girl acting particularly mature last night. And yet you're such a loli.
ロリじゃないですけど
Loli janai desu kedo. Nukitashi.
いつもと違う通学路ってなんだか新鮮だね
It's only different for you. Since you stayed the night, the three of us are walking to school together. The route to school is still dangerous because of all the sex seekers. However, Water fearlessly striding forward and no one approaches her. Is this the true power of a loli? She confidently walks ahead of us, before turning around to look at us, as if to ask, what's wrong? Nothing much. Asa and I exchange a nod, silently agreeing not to bring it up.
おはようございます。朝一の元気なおちんちんを幾のおまんこに入れたい男の子はいるかな
Captain Onobuda.
早速ってなんだ新入りくんか残念
Good morning.
おはよう SS 辞めちゃったんだってねせっかく正式メンバーになれるところだったのに残念だな
Sorry, a lot of things came up. I discovered last night that Rei never told the FS that we were the ones who took Fumino. I still don't understand why though.
おい、イクコ。お前また持ち場を離れて。
Rei.
ちゃん
Just for an instant, she made eye contact with us.
来い、イクコ。ただでさえ上から目をつけられているんだぞ。身勝手な行動は慎まないか。
She ushers the captain off without further acknowledging our existence. I noticed something. She had her tablet out. It didn't have the rabbit strap anymore. We gathered in the base, as usual, after school. The situation of Rei was unavoidable. This is the path I chose, so I need to deal with the consequences. More important right now is a heap of things that I now need to think about. Where the hell do I even start? There's an ever-growing mountain of problems I need to deal with. We still don't know where the primary hive of the Yakuza illegal sex trade is. Even if we did, it's not a problem we're exactly equipped to handle. Since we're not handing Fumino over, we're back to square one when it comes to the perverted sex law. I still told him we hand her over though. Backing out at this point would definitely make him hostile. Between the FS, the show, the Yakuza, and our former sponsor, we really are surrounded by enemies. Now I'm stuck with the gargantuan responsibility of figuring out how the six of us are supposed to deal with this. As I sip my cup of hot tea, the fragrant aroma warms me up, helping me relax a bit. Huh? Where does tea come from?
茶葉がありましたのでいらせていただきました
Ah, you did. Thanks. This is really good though. Was this here all along?
入れるのがうまいのよよほど気を使ってないとこんな風味は出せないもの
いやはや本当に良いお茶ですねこの馬味は実質ジュースと言っても差し支えない
強烈至極に存じます立花さんどうかなさいましたか
No. It's just, have we met somewhere before?
すっごいですよ立花さん幼馴染フラグ立てようとしてます
Fumino, can you take that hat out for a second? She nods and removes the cap from her head. Doing this so revealed the lustrous hair that was bunched up inside. That long, beautiful, pale hair. I'm getting some serious deja vu, but I can't place it.
以前にひなみさんと島の少女が襲われそうになっていた際遠方より狙撃をしたことがございます その時ではないかと。
Oh, right, that. I remember it vividly. I was on the way to the convenience store when I saw Wata and a young girl named Yuki about to be assaulted. Covering fire, it came out of nowhere just in time and saved them. So, that was you. That's not what I was thinking of though. For some reason, the feeling was stronger before she took her hat off.
あの時はありがとね、ふみのちゃん。おかげで私もゆきちゃんも助かっちゃったよ。
私の務めでございますから。
務めってどういうこと？
It reminds me, when the FS learned about your location, they said you were in combat with the Yakuza. Do you stuff like that a lot? She gives a silent and somewhat hesitant nod. Why would you do such a dangerous thing?
それが私の務めですので。
She just repeated herself. You mean because your father is the governor? Is it because he created the perverted sex law?
そんなのふみのちゃんには関係ないのに。
Fumina become expressionless and withdrawn again.
列島の任教団体である彼らは私を探すのを主目的に副業としてかの裏風俗に少女を集めしのぎを行っているようでした。ですから私が夜ごと和装をまとって踊りとなり彼らの注意を引き少女たちの助けをしておりました。
What the hell? They had real guns. Have you really been finding them all along?
多少の怪我を負うことはありましたが致し方ないことです。すべては私の責任ですから。
She says that with a perfectly dignified demeanor. I can tell just by looking at her that she's telling the full truth. From the way she described what she's been doing, it sounds like she truly believes that this is her lot in life.
そんなことないよ。ふみのちゃんの責任なんてこれっぽっちだってないはずだよ。
ありがとうございます。皆様のようなお優しい方々に巡り会えたことはふみのの幸せでした。
She says that as though they're parting words.
この島を支配する朝礼に終止符を打つことが皆様の悲願。それは私を差し出せば叶う願いです。
Why would she say that?
これまでも私はずっと一人で逃げ延びてまいりました。きっとこれからも一人で大丈夫でしょう。ですから皆様どうか私を。
Hell no. I'm not just gonna hand you over.
立花さん。しかし
Didn't I tell you? You're one of us now. We don't abandon each other. Pretty much all the islander worship this bullshit law. As the minority, we get tossed in the dish like trash. They treat us with contempt. Society has abandoned us because we refuse to compromise our values for the sake of conformity. So the least we can do is refuse to abandon each other, but work together and accomplish our goal as a team.
立花さん。
Make no mistake, we crush the fuck out of this damn law, but we'll do it with you here. Got it?
はい。かしこまりました。
Damn straight. We can't allow ourselves to sacrifice anyone, even for the sake of our goals. We're not cold-hearted pragmatists like some people I know.
でもジュン、これからどうするつもり？方針が見えないと作戦の立てようもないわよ。
Yeah, I know. There's a veritable mountain range of problems, each as difficult as the last. Avoiding sex, protecting Fumino, and bringing down that law. However, it's obvious what our priorities should be. Wata almost became a victim enough times already. Fumino was fighting all on her own. Knowing all that as I do, I can't allow myself to ignore the situation any longer. Hell, even if we do manage to destroy the perverted sex law, that won't do shit about the scum lurking just under the surface of society. People will still be at risk. That's why we're gonna bring down the illegal sex trade. Nukitashi.
さっきの立花くん、かっこよかったね。
As I'm walking her home, she abruptly throws that at me. Back there?
ほら、 文乃ちゃんが自分を差し出せばって言い出した時、立花くんがダメって熱弁して止めさせて、かっこよかったよ。
Oh, right. I think that I was just stating the obvious. It's the same that Fumino thinks she needs to do all that upon herself, even though it's clearly not her fault, right?
うん、そうだね。私もそう思うよ。でもね、ちょっとだけ文乃ちゃん、立花くんに似てるなって思っちゃった。
What? How?
そうだね。何でも全部一人で背負い込もうとしちゃうところかな。
She says that, staring sadly into the distance blaze of the evening sun. For some reason, there's no sign of sex seekers around us. The only sound we can hear is the cicadas, chirping away under the setting sun. I'm not necessarily sure I agree with that. As I look up at the sky, I catch a glimpse of a familiar little girl walking not far from us.
あ、ゆきちゃん久しぶりだね。元気だったかな？
It's the girl who Hinami tried to protect from being assaulted. Today, she's with her mother, so she'll probably be fine. The only reason why she didn't become a victim to illegal sex trade was because we just happened to be there. If we hadn't been, would she still be able to smile like this?
それじゃあね。また今度遊ぼうね。
I think it's like batshit insane that parents will let their kids out of their sight. Like, that is freaking crazy, man. Water waves and Yuki wildly waves back to her.
いい子だね。
Yeah, you know, I can't ignore the illegal sex trade anymore. We need to do everything we can to protect girls like that. You know, never mind. Now that I remember my childhood, I remember like elementary and middle school. My mom would let me go out with my friends and we would skateboard in the neighborhood with no adult supervision. And we would like climb fences and shit and like explore all by ourselves. And then I remember in middle school, me and my friend would like walk to Burger King like a mile away. And then we would like piggyback each other. I don't know why. That shit was kind of gay. But it's not kind of gay. Whatever, man. We went to Burger King. Yeah, we pretty much walked by ourselves. Alright, never mind. Yeah, I guess. You don't want to make your kid a prisoner, right? I guess you don't need to supervise them 24/7, but maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's complicated. It's a complicated thing. You don't want to treat your kid like a prisoner, but at the same time, not supervising them 24/7 seems kind of dangerous with fucking creeps in the world. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Fumino wants us to protect them too. That's why she made herself a decoy. Even though she's so much younger than us, she fought against that scum on her own. No matter how hard the going got, she just kept fighting on, all by herself. I can't imagine what it must have been like. I'm going to crush the illegal sex trade. Fumino won't need to fight alone anymore. I'll do everything in my power to make that happen.
みんなで頑張らなくちゃね。
Damn, keyword, minna. The setting sun slowly drifts behind the mountains. It'll be nightfall shortly.
立花くん、私にできることがあったら何だって言ってね。私、先輩だから、頑張ってどんなことだって手伝ってあげるからね。
Her face bathed in the light of the setting sun. She makes that declaration, just the same as always. Excuse me.
はいはい。立花くん？どうしたんですか？もしかして SS に戻ってくれるので？
See, man. I said this earlier. I really wish in the ending, everyone in FS cares about him. And in return, he cares about the FS too. They've grown together. Well, not like grow, like, you know, grow up childhood friends like that. But they've been through a lot together. They experienced a lot together. And it's kind of it's kind of messed up. He just abandoned them completely. That's it. No interaction with them. He doesn't hang out with them anymore. I feel like, I don't know. It just feels kind of weird to me. Oh no. I just left some stuff here and came to pick it up.
ああ、そうでしたか。残念です。今からでも戻る気はないんですか？文野を取り逃したからって何もやめなくても。
They think I left because I thought I was the... Hold on. They think I left because I thought I was the reason they weren't able to secure Fumino? Oh no, that's not why I left. I got weak need when dealing with real guns, so I'm not cut out for the FS.
そうですか。立花君が SS をやめてしまってからレイ先輩も塞いでしまって顔には出しませんけど。
Really?
訓練中もたまに上の空っすよね。文字通り空を見上げてたり下唇を噛んでたり。
あ、教官があんな顔するなんてな。僕のデータになかったよ。
罵倒にもキレがなくなったよね。すごく普通なことしか言わなくなって好きだったのにな、教官の罵倒ストーム。
Damn. Man, we should've... Man... I know Nukitashi too has a dedicated Rei route, but I heard it's not good. Especially compared to the water route. Man, I wish the Arthur treated Rei better. She puts up a strong front, but she's a lot weaker than everyone thinks. She acts like a stoic taskmaster who can't be fazed, but she's only human. Inside, she's just like any other girl her age. Being betrayed by someone she trusted at such a moment, on top of being forced to see an old friend as an enemy. Those wounds must have cut really deep.
な、訓練生たちの今後についてだが。
レイ先輩。
はあ、立花、来ていたのか。
Huh?
最近はどうだ？頭の怪我はもうなんともないか？あまり無理をしてはダメだぞ。
Damn, dude, she forgot. She forgot for a moment after seeing his face. She smiled. Rei-Senpai. She then freezes up. A heavy silence descends upon the room. It's so oppressive that it threatens to suffocate me. She glares at me, recalling something.
よくも、シャーシャーとこの場所に来られたものだな。
The tension abruptly increases. I suddenly remember the gut-wrenching expression she had on her face when I pointed my gun at her. My words catch in my throat, and I can't speak.
訓練生の皆さん、今日はまず私が指導しますので、ついてきてください。
Hanemura disappeared into the corridor with the trainees, glancing back at us a couple times before she's out of sight.
何の用だ？また私を騙しに来たのか？
She glared. Her glare is openly hostile. She got the same tone of voice as when she's dressing an enemy. Emotion I can barely guess swirl within me. My heartbeat and breathing has skyrocketed beyond normal threshold.
私を騙すのはそんなに楽しかったか？ SS のトップが手のひらで踊る姿はさぞ滑稽だったろうな。
I have no excuse or rebuttals to give. But still, there's one thing I don't understand. If you hate me so much, then why haven't you reported me? Oh! Damn! Suddenly she grabbed my collar and yanked me towards her. She did it so hard that my brain could have practically launched itself out of my skull. If looks could kill, I'd be splattered against the back wall right now.
なぜだと？なぜと？そう言ったのか、貴様は。己が何をしたのかすら理解していないのか。 SS も SHO もヤクザ連中も全てを敵に回したんだぞ、貴様は。ひなみは貴様の仲間なのだろうが、私が貴様のことを報告したらあの子がどんな目に遭うと思う？そんなこともわからないか？
I can't say anything more.
失せろ。これ以上私たちの邪魔をするな。
She releases me, then turns around and starts going through documents like nothing happened. It's as though I don't even exist. Damn, dude. However, there's just one thing I can't let go of. Why? Why does she have so much hatred for the anti-copulation front? is the only reason she hasn't reported us because of Wata? Well, there's two things.
調
She
べ
didn't
て
say
みたん
it.
だけど、無料でパコリ放題の青蘭
She's
さん
saying
の
it
影響
in.
で本島の風俗産業が大打撃を受けてるっていうのは事実みたいだね。
It's both Wata and Tachibana. Or actually Junosuke. It's for both of them.
でしたらヤクザの人たちがフミノちゃんを狙っていたのは条例を潰して本島の風俗産業を復活させるためなんでしょうか。
どうかしらね。裏風俗なんてやってる連中だし、もっと悪どいこと考えてるかも。ジュンはどう思う？お、ジュン？
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking.
大丈夫？立花くん、今日はずっと悲しそうな顔してるよ。
Sorry. I just got a really depressing bad end in Erogi yesterday. And I've just been kind of bummed about it. I'm sure Wata even more concerned about Rei than I am. I don't need any extra energy to waste worrying about her. I need to focus.
それで立花さんはどう思います？ヤクザの人たちがフミノちゃんを狙ってること？
Naturally, I could never forgive them. Then ganging up on innocent little kids, so they need to be crushed.
あれ？そういうお話でしたっけ？
Weren't we?
まあ、要するに連中の目的が何であれ、私たちがやることは変わらないってこと。よね、ジュン。
Yeah, that's right. Shit! I can't focus. The NLNS is surrounded by all sides by enemies, and here I am getting bent out of shape over one girl. What the hell is wrong with me? I'm the one in charge here. I need to get my shit together. I look over at Fumino. We're technically on campus, but no one knows about the secret NLNA space. I'm guessing she doesn't see any need to pose as a boy, so she's wearing her traditional clothes. Fumino, you've been fighting the Yakuza for a long time. Do you have any idea where their stronghold might be?
申し訳ございません。詳細な場所までは私も存じ上げません。
Okay.
でも仮にそれが分かったとしてどうするの？相手はヤクザだよ。本物の銃とか使うんだよ。
I know that. The FS and show are playtime compared to the Yakuza. Taking them on would put a lot more than just our chastity at risk. Doesn't mean we can just leave them alone, though. That will put innocent children at risk. Hell, even water might become one of their targets. I need a way to drive out the Yakuza without putting any of my companions in harm's way. Naturally, nothing comes to mind. Dude, what are you gonna do against people with real guns? That's like a cheat code. Especially if you're in somewhere like Japan, where guns are not easily accessible. Hey, like, what do you do when someone have a gun? You can't do anything. We break for the day. No progress having been made. I walk along the familiar route with Wata.
困ったね。なかなかうまくいかないね。
Sorry, I know we can't afford to drag our feet here. While we've been trying to come up with a plan, more and more children could be dragged into the illegal sex trade by the Yakuza. Not only that, but the old man is still preparing to collect Fumino. Meanwhile, even though we increased our numbers with Fumino, we made zero real
どう
progress
して立花くんが謝るの？
because I'm the leader. I'm supposed to be the one pulling all of us forward.
そんなことないと思うけど。
So she says, but realistically, this standstill is my fault. It was my choice to not hand over Fumino. Not only that, but since I left the FS, we lost our primary source of intelligence. Because of that, our possible paths forward have been somewhat cut off. I wonder, how much the FS knows about the illegal sex trade?
どうだろう。私にはわからないよ。
If I stayed in the FS and restrained their trust, we wouldn't be where we are now. I can't let myself accept our situation as it is, but we won't be able to go anywhere. Since we decided not to take advantage of Fumino, our ace in the hole, we'll need some great leap forward to clear a path. No matter what, we need to find the core of the illegal sex trade, the Yakuza base. Not only that, we need to figure out how to bring them down. Think. If I have the energy to complain, then I should use it to think. As I keep my senses sharp, I should be able to find the answer. A way to extract information from the FS while stalling the Yakuza. There's a way. That's it. It has to work.
何か思いついたの？
I think so. Don't worry, I'm not going to suggest rejoin the FS like last time.
それでどうするの？
First, I need to dig up all the info I can on the basic operation of the illegal sex trade. I would think of asking Rei.
レイちゃん？でも知ってても教えてくれるかな？
She'll talk. She knows we have Fumino. If we can use Fumino to threaten the governor, then as disciplinary committee chief, she needs to comply. Wata stops in her tracks. However, even if we manage to find the Yakuza base, we can't really attack them directly. Yeah, she didn't like that. That he was gonna threaten Rei with Fumino. With Fumino. She did not like that at all. Because she know it's gonna hurt both of her favorite people in the world. It's gonna hurt Rei, and it's gonna hurt Jun. Because she knows both of them cares about each other. And she cares about both of them a lot. So, this time, I'll infiltrate the Yakuza, promising dirt on the FS. I'm sure they'll be having problems with them, just like us. If I manage to get in, then maybe I can bring down from the inside. What do you think? Pretty good plan, right?
そうだね。そうしたら確かになんとかできるかもしれないね。私たちは危ないことをしないで済むし、ふみのちゃんが戦うこともなくなるし、ちっちゃい子たちだって助かるかもしれないね。
Yeah, this is the best way. If it works out, then no one will get hurt.
立花くん、嘘ついちゃダメだよ。
Her trembling voice makes my breath catch in my throat. Lie. I didn't.
立花くんが傷ついてるよね。
What's that got to...
誰も傷つけたくないって言うんだったら、立花くんだって傷ついちゃダメだよ。
But this is the perfect plan for our current problem.
もしそうだったとしても、誰かのために自分が犠牲になるなんておかしいよ。
But this is all my... I close my eyes, and I see Rei. Betrayed. A gift to me pointed at her. Shaking with sadness, looking with her whole world had come crashing down around her. I never want to hurt anyone else for the sake of my own goals again.
そんなの、立花くんが傷ついていい理由にならないよ。私だって嫌だよ。立花くんが傷ついていくの、見てらんないよ。ふみのちゃんには犠牲になっちゃダメって言って。なんで自分のことは大切にしようとしてくれないの？
Well...
立花くん、レイちゃんに褒められたって話すとき、すごく嬉しそうにしてた。笑ってた。でも、頭打たれて、レイちゃんに嫌われて、立花くん、あれからずっとおかしいもん。無理してるのわかるもん。だって、私も辛いから。大好きなレイちゃんに無視されて、口も聞いてもらえなくて、この先もずっとそうかもしれないって。けど私、立花くんが頑張ってるのも知ってるから。無理してみんなのために頑張ってるのもたくさん知ってるから。立花くんのこと助けてあげなくちゃって思うから。辛いんだったらちゃんと言ってよ。甘えてよ、頼ってよ。自分なら傷ついてもいいだなんて、そんなこと言ってほしくないよ。
Wata-Chan.
立花くん、私を仲間に誘うとき、なんて言ったか覚えてる？
You wanted to help your kohai.
なら助けさせてよ。そんな辛そうなのにまだ一人で頑張ろうとしないでよ。私も力になりたい 私巻き込まれたなんて思った時ないよ。立花くんの言ってること今はすごくわかるもん。
I don't want anyone to get hurt.
好きな人とじゃなきゃ嫌だよ。好きな人のそばにいたいよ。好きな人が辛そうだったら力になってあげたいよ。
Dang, man. There's a low-key confession scene too. Haven't I made her suffer so much?
私は立花くんのことが大好きだから。
How many times has it happened? During the entrance examination? When I got shot in the head? When I betrayed Rei? Wata has never given me anything but support. She praised me, patted my head, told me how impressive I was, and offered to help me. Behind those words, was she always worrying about me like this? How much have I put her through, and for how long? Her uncontrollable sobbing, and her shoulders are trembling. I gently hug her petite frame.
立花くん。
I'm sorry. I thought I had I'm sorry. I thought I had your best interests in mind, but I guess I was wrong. She's sobbing and shaking, but she shakes her head.
そんなことないよ。立花くんは私のことも傷つけたくなかったんだよね。わかるよ。
No matter what a selfish, impatient asshole I might be, she always says stuff like that. She always dared to offer me her
で
kindness.
もね、私も力になりたいの。だってね、私は立花くんがやってること絶対に間違ってないって思うんだ。レイちゃんにだっていつかきっと分かってもらえるってそう思うよ。
Wata-Chan.
だからあんまり頼りないかもだけど、これからは一緒に頑張ろう。
Okay.
約束だよ。
Okay. She puts out her pinky, every pinky promise.
安心したらまた泣けてきちゃった。ダメだな。かっこ悪いな。私先輩なのにな。
As she sobs, she wiped her tears away with those little hands. What is this feeling? I'm more than twice her size, but seeing this little shrimp is making my heart rate increases. Dang, dude, he fallen in love with Wata after she confesses with him. I think I always want to be able to see her. Not crying like this, though. I got an idea. Still, who would have thought I'd ever get a lecture like that from a loli? Her eyes boggle in surprise. Her tear-streaked face breaks into a smile.
ロリじゃないですけど。
That beaming, joyful smile. Nukitashi. That scene's really good. I like that it's like the polar opposite of Misaki route. That's what it kind of feels like. The water route. Like the Misaki route was like a very go-lucky happy route. Have a little dark turns from Ikuko, right? Ikuko backstory. But then when we go to the water route, it gets very lore heavy. It gets very dark heavy too. With not water backstory, but Rei-Chan backstory. Jun betrayal, right? His character development. And water as well. Like Wata-Chan route is really good, man. I'm not gonna. It's like it's not as fun of a confession like with Misaki. Where Misaki and Jun shouts the feeling in the mountains while riding full speed and going off the cliff. Hey. Like Wata was like, I don't want to see you suffer. I don't want you to think of ideas that get yourself killed. This man's thinking of ideas of facing off the Yakuza who has real guns by himself. It's fucking insane. He's sacrificing so much. He's trying to. And she doesn't like that. Right? Because she loves him. And seeing the person that she loves suffer so much hurts her so much. So she had to tell him straight up. What he's doing is not right. You gotta rely on everyone. Rely on her. Yeah, it's a really good, very, very good confession scene from Wata. Out of, I only did 2, right? I haven't done 9 essays yet, so between Misaki and Wata, I like the Wata confession scene more. 3 eggs. Here you go.
ありがとう。あとはご飯と、そうだそうだ、先に食器を出しとかなきゃだ。
Which dishes do you want?
平べったいのかな。確か棚の上の方にあったはずだから。
That high? Can you take care of them, then?
どんと任せたまえ。高いところは先輩の領域だからね。
She puffs out her flat chest and proudly pounds on it.
1エネルギー。
She sings some weird song about potential energy as she climbs up onto her chair. I hold that chair.
わあ、ありがとう。共同作業だね。
It's adorable how happy she is from something as small as this.
姉、お腹すいたよ。あれ？わたちゃんがいる。送っていったはずでは。
Something's happened, so she's staying here for a bit, for the night. She's making us some omelet rice, so just hold on a bit.
はーい。
いいな。平べったいお皿って好きだな。親近感を覚えちゃうな。
Aren't they great? So flat and smooth.
立花くん話せるな。
Oh god.
よーし。お母さん直伝のとびっきり美味しいふわふわオムライス楽しみにしててね。
Damn man, I haven't had omurice in a long time. I haven't made omurice in a long time. It's because I barely made, the last time I made anything fried rice related was when I played Summer Pockets.
ああ、なるほど、そういう感じか。道理で。そうなっちゃったか。ま、別にいっか。わたちゃんなら。
Oh, Asane approves. If he goes out with Wata-Chan, she approves. Asa gave us a weird sidelong glance, nodding knowingly while muttering to herself. After dinner, we had our baths before chilling in the living room. Before we know it, it's past 9 o'clock. And they sleep at 9?
眠くなってきちゃった。
That's really early, at least to me. I get it, they have to wake up like 5, 6 a.m. They go to school. I think school's like 7 or 8 a.m. But yeah, 9 is so early. It's been a busy day, I guess. Feel free to use my bed.
ありがとう。お言葉に甘えちゃうね。
Rubbing the sleep out of her eyes, she climbs into bed.
立花くんの匂いだ。
Huh, it stinks that bad?
そんなのしないよ。なんだろう。
Oh god.
胸のあたりがポクポクしちゃう匂いだね。
Really? Glad to hear it. Glad is putting it lightly. Hearing that from her makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside too. I don't know. What you guys think? Wata-Chan and Jun chemistry? Maybe because I'm biased. Yeah, it was a good confession scene. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy. I guess I already am that guy. I already said something. Yeah, I guess that's one complaint from me on the Wata-Chan row. I feel like Jun liking Wata feels so out of place to me. Right? I don't know. It doesn't seem like Jin would be the kind of guy to like Wata. Not because she's a loli. Well, part of it, yeah, but personality-wise too, right? I don't know, it feels hard for me to see them together.
立花くんはまだ寝ないの？
Nah, it's still pretty early.
そっか。残念だな。立花くんとお布団でお話ししたかったな。今度は前みたいにびっくりしたりしないと思うんだけどな。来てくれないかな。
Damn, it's the craziest thing. Suddenly I'm feeling sleepy.
ほんと？おいでおいで。お布団気持ちいいよ。
Alright,
一緒
maybe
に寝ようよ。
maybe I'm wrong. I don't know about Jun. He does have a loli in a bikini in his fucking room. Maybe, I don't know, man. I don't know anything about Jun. Who am I to say about their chemistry? I end up caving to her pressure and get in bed with her. She was feeling lonely in there, all by herself. That's the only reason, trust me. I'm definitely not slowly morphing into a lovey lo.
立花くん。
Once the lights are off, she wraps her little arms around my head and back.
よしよし。今までいっぱい頑張って偉かったね。
She does comfort
こ
him
れ
a
か
lot.
らは私もついてるからね。一緒に頑張ろうね。
I guess that's what is missing from his life too. He doesn't have anyone to comfort him, right? Especially that both his parents passed away. It's just been him raising Asane. Yeah. Fresh out of bath, she has a sweet, gently fragrance. The smell is strangely nostalgic, and I feel myself
こ
relaxing.
れからは何にも我慢しなくていいんだよ。好きなだけ甘えて、好きなだけ頼っていいからね。
No matter what stupid, thoughtless thing I did, no matter what idiotic drivel spewed from my mouth, no matter how much my hard-headed ass tried to run on ahead, she would always be there with her kindness, like a warm blanket. For once, I truly feel like I don't need to hold back. For the first time, I can share this burden. It's been so hard. I quietly start to pour out the feelings I kept bottled up. I kept talking about how the FS is the enemy, and the FS is the enemy trying to convince myself. But when I was with them, I just couldn't. Those days were actually fulfilling.
そうだったんだね。
Some of them were weirdos, but none of them were bad. I found myself making friends as we endured the training together. Especially Rei. I feel indebted to her more than to anyone else. She would personally teach me hand-to-hand combat, and she showed me how to fight. I was hopeless at first, but she was there for me. When she finally praised me for my hard work, it made me genuinely happy. Before I knew it, my hard work had nothing to do with being a spy. I don't think I realized it at the time though.
そっか。
However, I betrayed Rei trust in the worst way possible. As I look back on those days, which I can never return to, tears well up in my eyes. See, man, he still care about Rei a lot. You know, like I said, man. Whatever, man, I guess. I like Wata, but it really, at least to me on this route, it really feels like Rei should have been the heroine. Maybe, I think the author messed up. When he was writing the story, obviously, Wata was the original intent, but then, you know, he talked to Rei and stuff, but hold on, give me a minute, give me a moment. Sorry about that. But what was I saying? Yeah, man, I feel like when the author wrote this, the original intent was Rei. The original intent is Wata-Chan. But at some point when he wrote Rei, I think he got too carried away. And he was like, oh no, I made him like Rei way too much. How do I really back to Wata? And then after Rei get out the picture and he's forced to hook up with Wata. Not forced to, but you know, for the sake of the story, he hooked up with Wata. Even with the Wata H scenes, I feel like the Wata H scenes feel forced too. I'll be honest. I feel like, I don't know, man. I think, yeah, man. I don't know, man. I really like Rei. I used what she taught me. I used it against her. The gun I pointed at her was a gift she gave me.
そうだったんだね。
Ever since I decided to infiltrate the FS, I knew that would happen eventually. But my words were punctuated by sobs. Never meant it to end like that. I know I'm being unforgivably selfish. It was the path I chose. I infiltrated them, lied to her, used her, betrayed her, and now I'm here crying about it? How selfish can someone get?
とっても辛かったんだね。立花くん。
Despite that, Wata doesn't criticize me. She just listens to me and hugs me gently. Her warmth seeps into the scars of my heart. I pathetically wob into her chest like a child. Wata, it hurts so much.
そうだね。
He's heartbroken.
辛かったね。
That's what he is. He's heartbroken, dude. It was terrible.
大変だったよね。
Her little hands are stroking my hair, like she's soothing a baby.
話してくれてありがとう。嬉しいよ。立花くん、ずーっと一人で頑張ってきたんだね。レイちゃんはきっと大丈夫だから。だって私も立花くんもレイちゃんのこと好きだから。だからなんとかできるように一緒に頑張ろう。
But how? After what I did to her? It wouldn't be possible for us to have parted on worse terms. I can't possibly imagine a scenario where we're able to casually laugh together
で
again.
きるよ。きっとできる。
And she says so. I honestly believe that we can make the impossible
だ
happen.
って私たちはみんなつながってるもん。
The dark room illuminated by a soft white glow. It's the backlight of her tablet. Still has a scroll strap that Rei made for her. It looks goofy, but the quality is incredible. A lot of work was put into it. Yeah, you're right. Maybe we can do something. Rei's tablet is no longer has the rabbit strap on it. However, I can't imagine she'd throw it out. I'm sure that, even now, she's still thinking about Wata. As long as she still has that strap, I'm sure she can feel the trench she's been dug between us. Thank you, Wata. I feel a load off my chest.
辛い時はいつでも言ってね。困った時も悲しい時も。でもそれだけじゃなくって楽しいこととか嬉しいこととかも何でも話してほしいな。だって私立花くんのことなら何だって知りたいから。
She got the smallest chest of anyone on the island.
立花くんのこと大好きだから。
But her heart is bigger than anyone else. Yeah, I guess that's the one biggest strength of Wata. As a character, she has the biggest heart out of everyone. The nicest girl in the whole wide world. That's the biggest strength of Wata. The Onesan of the family.
よーし
Or the group,
できたよ
whatever.
立花くん。テーブルに持ってってくれるかな。
Sure thing. I pick up the tray carrying Wata homemade breakfast and carrying it to the dining table. bacon, eggs, frozen sausages, and miso soup with tofu. Ooh, this looks good.
ありがとう。あさねちゃんのお世話するようになってからお母さんにいろいろ教えてもらってるんだ。
なんだ、いい匂いがするぞ。七瀬さんの作り置きは全部平らげたはずでは。
おはようあさねちゃん。よかった。今から朝ごはんだよ。
Looks who's up before noon for once. I'm surprised your first words wouldn't been bitching about how no one lets you sleep in.
なんかわたちゃんがいつも夜更かし良くないよって口うるさいから、不本意ながら健康的な生活を強いられつつある。
And that's a bad thing because
よくはないよ。おかげで最近血色はいいし、だるさもないし。こんなんじゃ兄に甘やかしてもらえないじゃん。
well, I guess I could take one for the team and eat your breakfast for you.
やだー、ご飯は食べる。
I like Asane too. Her true feelings shine through.
あ、そうだサラダ。忘れてた。取り皿。あ、また高いところ。
You want a chair?
それもいいけど、立花くんが持ち上げてくれたりとかしないかな。ダメかな。
Huh? Damn those puppy dogs. Damn those puppy dog eyes. Denying her would be beyond. Look at Asane's face. She's worried. Beyond the capabilities of mortal man. I'm only human. I'm not powerful enough to say no. Okay then. Excuse me.
ありがとう。
No problem. The feeling of her soft, springy skin on my fingertips makes me feel unusually nervous. I lifted her up like this before, and I was fine then. What's different about this time?
とうとう兄を取られた。兄がロリコンになっちゃった。
Loli janai desu kero. Lolicon janai desu ka. Fuck that up. Hell, we don't even have the relationship like that yet.
まだ。
Shit, me and my big mouth. I tried to clear my throat, so glossed the topic over, but it ended up being so loud that I managed to surprise even myself. Anyway, I think we should get to breakfast now.
そうだね。せっかく作ったんだもん。早く食べてもらいたいよ。
Wow, this looks delicious. I bet that I'm ready to take on the world all day with this. Our strained banter has Asa giving me an icy glare.
おう、二人ともちょっとこっち来ようか。今からここ、恋人にならないと出られない部屋ね。
See, this is what I mean. I feel like the romance of Wata. Because I get it. This route has been taking way too long than intended. In fact, I felt like the ending felt very rushed. I think they could have made the route even longer. I feel like that's what they wanted, but they're like, you know, dude, this route is getting... Because the water route has 27 chapters. Jun common route is 22 or 23 chapters, and Misaki is only like 22 chapters. Water is 27. And it felt like it could have gone longer with how the story was going, but they had to make it very short. Not very they had to bring an ending to it because it's taking too long. So I think they rushed the romance. They're like, oh no, this is a new Kige game. We had to add sex scenes. So they just throw 3 sex scenes at us for Wata. I'm like, okay. 3 sex scenes back to back for Wata. Because they're like, you gotta add sex scenes and we gotta wrap it up. Come on, guys. You can't keep writing this too long. I think that's probably what happened with Water Row. Because it was really, really good. Up to this point. Huh. What are you talking about?
朝っぱらからクソ童貞とロリ少女のかゆいやりとり見せられる人間の気持ち考えろ。
With that ultimatum, she slams the door shut, leaving me alone in a room with Wata.
あさねちゃん怒らせちゃったかな。私が立花くんとあんまり仲良くしてるから。
I think they messed up with the water flow because he fell in love with Rei, kinda. Maybe not fell in love. He catch feelings for Rei first before Wata. And they're like, oh fuck, this is the Wata route. Make him catch feelings for Wata instead. They had to rewrite that. Like, wait a minute. Why is catching feelings for Rei? Oh man. Alright, we gotta do Wata confesses he fell in love with her. The end. Oops. Yeah, no, I don't think that's the problem. We're not allowed to leave the room until we officially become a couple? It doesn't sound like she's angry per se.
恋人になるまで出られない部屋って言ってたね。
She did.
それってつまり、どういう意味かな？
If I had to guess, probably officially asking each other out?
そっか、そうだよね。それしかないよね。
Her forced laugh echoes slightly in the otherwise silent morning. Once it's gone, a tense silence descends. It's pretty hot outside, being the middle of summer, but that got nothing on my rapidly rising body temperature. Our eyes meet, and then we both look away. We're both looking for the right opportunity, the right timing to say something to break the ice. But really, does the right timing even exist? No more than that. I gotta swallow my pride. I gotta man up and say my piece first. Right. Nothing venture, nothing gain. I'm going for it. Anone? Oh, what the fuck? What is this love American style? Don't tell me this ultra cliche rom-com bullshit actually happens in real life. Shit! Maybe life does imitate art after all. Both of us freeze from overwhelming embarrassment. Her face is hot and flesh all red. It's cute reaction and all, but the sheer ignominy of feeling makes me want to scream. No, get a grip. Don't go hollering about the Anubis or whatever. If I have enough energy to scream, it's best channel into my thoughts. Think of my lips like a muzzle of a gun. You just gotta take the right stance or shoot your shot. I'm gonna tell her just how I feel.
立花君、私ね、立花君が。
Shit, beat me to the punch. No, hold on a minute. This is my line. I really don't want you to beat me to the same. At least give me the first dibs.
ダメだよ。そうやってまた自分が犠牲になろうとする。
It's not that big a deal.
深刻な話だよ。私にとっては。立花君はそうじゃないの？
Well, why did I even say that? Of course it's a big deal. It's do or die now. A once-in-a-lifetime gamble. I'm about to enter uncharted territory. My heart is pounding hard and fast like a FS machine gun. I know she wanted to say it first, but if I lose this momentum, it'll never end up happening. Wata... No. Can I call you Hinami? Is that okay?
はい、大丈夫です。それじゃあ、私は、ジュン君と呼んでもよろしいでしょうか？
Yeah. My face is burning up. Hell, I don't entirely know what the next words to come out of my mouth would be. Will you be will you be with me forever?
はい、そばにいるから、ずっと一緒だよ。
They did skip a step, didn't they? Shit, did I do this out of order? Isn't the confession supposed to come first? Then you ask me to call her by her first name, and then the stay with me forever usually comes a bit later. But my brain feels like it's on the verge of overheating and bursting into flames already, so thinking that far ahead just wasn't in the cards. Looking at the sight before me, I can't think about anything else. Looking deep into Wata's, Hinami's huge eyes, I finally opened my mouth. Hinami, will you go out with me? Please?
はい、ます。
Just like that, we're now a couple. It's just that easy.
はい、お疲れ。酸っぱすぎてゲロ吐くとこだったよ。
Fuck it. I forgot Asune is just outside the door, listening to everything. And thus, the creator of the situation tears it down with one pithy comment.
まったく世話が焼けんだからな。
じゃあ早速誓いの 3P を。
Okay. So Asune is okay with a threesome of Wata-Chan, but not Misaki? I guess she doesn't like Misaki. That's the difference. But Wata-Chan's okay in Asune book? Okay. Alright, I guess. Alright, Asune. 3P time. Fuck out of here! Wait to rain on my parade, oh sister of mine. Nukitashi. Alright, looks like everyone survived today again. So, picking up where we left off, we need to come up with a plan for going forward. Nanase, got any ideas?
いや、そういうわけではないんだけど、ジュン、少し雰囲気が変わった？
Well, I guess. You could say I made something of a breakthrough.
先輩に提案があります。
Yes, Hinami.
おとり捜査をするっていうのはどうかな？
This thing?
裏風俗は小さな女の子を狙ってるんだよね。だから小さな女の子をおとりにして引っかかったヤクザの人からいろいろ聞き出すの。
Wow, that's awfully bold.
でもうまくいけば裏風俗の場所もわかるし、ヤクザのみんなの懐に潜り込むことだってできちゃうかもしれないよ。
それでしたら私がおとりとなりましょう。彼らとの戦いには慣れていますから。
No, that wouldn't work. Too many people are targeting you. It'll be too risky.
しかし私は皆様に有り余るほどの恩義がございます。せめて多少なりとも報いなければ。
You've done more than enough already. Hell, just that tea you make is priceless. You'll more than make it up just by letting us drink that every day.
ですがそうなりますとおとりは。
心配ないよ。ここには適任がいるじゃない。
敵にそれは一体。
私です。
Just like that, she's suppressed again.
でもおとりになるなんて文乃じゃなくても危ないわ。相手は無法者のヤクザよ。
そこは大丈夫だよ。だってジュンくんが守ってくれるもん。
Jun-kun.
ジュンだって SS で訓練積んだからって言ってもヤクザが相手じゃ危険すぎない？
その時は私がジュンくんを守るよ。
これはもしかしなくても。
Well, after that, there's no point in hiding it anymore. We were kind of planning on telling them anyway. It's embarrassing, but let's get it out the way. So, yeah. Hinami and I have started going out.
とうとうロリコンになったんですか？
ロリじゃないですけど。
Lolicon Janai Disco though.
はいはいミサキ、その辺にしときなさい。それにしてもジュンとワタちゃんがねお似合いだと思うわ。ジュンには無鉄砲なところがあるし、きっとワタちゃんみたいな子なら。
Alright, I take it back. If Nanase said so, if they're a good match, then I believe her. She knows Jun better than anyone, dude. Nanase looks slightly wistfully at Hinami. Her look is admiring, but also a bit sad. She must have a soft spot for Hinami, like a mom watching her daughter go off and get
お
married.
二人の両縁、私も心よりお祝い申し上げます。
Yeah, thanks. Being congratulated so formally, earnestly, feels a bit awkward, but not unpleasantly so. The unexpected commotion slowly dies down as they finish congratulating us. The atmosphere in the base becomes comfortably quiet.
ということはもうセックスもしちゃったんですね。
Alright, I can see why Asane don't like Misaki. What the fuck, Misaki? And there it goes. Look at Nanase's face. She went from happy,
ということは
smiling,
もうセックスもしちゃったんですね。
smiling. Misaki said this, frown, blushing. And there it goes.
おかしなことを言いました？だって私たち NLNS ですよね。愛があればセックスするのでは？
She breaks to that conclusion so hard, I'm surprised she didn't break her ankle. Sure, if the NLNS objects to sex without love, It's the foundation upon which we built. Logically, that means if you're in love with someone, having sex with them would be fine. So, there's a natural order to things. We need to let the relationship mature, like a fine wine. Look, Hattori,
そういえば立花さんはインポでしたね。それはできないわけです。
Now that I think about it, since we got Fumino now, I think it's high time for a bit of restructuring in the NLNS.
おや、ご存知ないですか？インポというのは、まあ、勃起不全のことですね。立花さんはおちんちんが硬くならないんですよ。
Yeah, restructuring, that's what we'll call this.
ムベムベ。
何？ムベ
いえ、なるほどなるほどです。
ムベ？ムベムベ、そんな可愛い隠し玉を持っていたんですか？パクっていいですか？
I like that Narase is watching this with disgust on her face. She's like, what the hell? My head's killing me. Somebody reminds me what we were talking about again.
ジュン君と私が付き合い始めたっていうお話だったと思うけど。
Yeah, that's right. In any case, progress have been made. We got the shell of a plan and everyone knows we're going out. Best to nip the discussion in the bud, lest our resident background fatty get carried away and go any further off the rails. Damn, background fatty! Yeah, oh my god. You know, Asune treating Misaki like this kind of makes sense now. Come on, man. Misaki, come on, girl. Why you gotta be like that? Anyway, I'm back on topic. Let's discuss Hinami's sting plan. Nukitashi.
はあ、でも複雑だな。ロリじゃないのにおとりになるためにロリロリしくしなきゃいけないなんてな。
Okay.
はあ、
So, I'm gonna stop right here. After this is like 3 sex scenes with Hinami. Back to back to back. It's like I said, I feel like the ending of the Wata-Chan feels rushed. Like, it's going on too long. It's 27 chapters. And this is way longer than Misaki route. I don't know. Well, it's longer than Jun Common route. I don't know about Nanase. I just started the Nanase route, so I don't know how long that'll be. But yeah, Wata-Chan, Hinami-chan route is 27 chapters. It's much longer than the average Nukitashi route compared to the other girls. Well, I don't, like I said, I don't know about Nanase or Fumino, so yeah, I feel like they rushed it, and the H scene felt kind of hollow because, like, wait a minute. Well, it kind of understandable, I guess, at this point, because he likes water, so he'll get hard for water. But then water's not gonna, like, you know, ask too much about, oh, I thought you were impotent, all that, and blah blah blah. And then he tells Water about the deepest, darkest secret that he already told Rei, by the way. He told Rei he shared everything with Rei first. It felt like this should have been a Rei route. I don't know, that's my complaint. If Water wasn't a loli, if she had bazookas like Rei, let's say she looks like Rei, right? But with pink hair and green eyes. Let's say that, right? With her long hair. What if she's not a loli? You think I would like not complain as much? I don't know. I'll be honest. I do care about looks a lot. Like, come on, man. I mean, come on, man. What do you want from me? If she looked like Rei, would I change my opinion? No. I mean, I'll change it maybe a little bit, but I like Rei more than just her bazookas. Rei. I like Rei because she's Rei. I like her drill sergeant attitude. I like her cool personality, the way she fought, the way we fought, the way she protects, the way she cares. Rei. That betrayal stings more. Then when you learn more about Rei backstory, I get empathy. I feel sorry. I want to be there to protect her. It's fucked up, man. I like Rei a lot, but Wata is good too. I just feel like they could have wrote this a little bit different. At least to me. Like I said, I love the beginning. It's just when we get to this part, at the Wata confession scene, it kind of feels like they're forcing the viewer to go back on Wata. They're forcing Jun to like Wata. That's what it feels like. I know Nanase. I agree with Nanase. Wata personality with Jun. Well, I don't agree, I guess. But Nanase says so. It does make sense that Jun will like Wata. She's the type of girl to keep him in check with his reckless behavior. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, I'll end it here. Like I said, it's 3 back-to-back H scenes, so you're not really gonna miss much on story-wise related. I'll skip those, and then we'll go to the Yakuza arc. I'll record that, and then after the Yakuza arc is the ending arc, which I'll record as well. So appreciate everyone that watched my video. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you guys appreciate this Wata scene, the confession scene. I liked it. It just, I think after this going forward, I feel like they kind of forced us on Wata while trying to make us forget about Rei. Well, they didn't even try to make us forget about Rei. They show up Rei backstory, which makes me like her even more again. I'm like, dang, man, what the heck? Anyway, yeah, GG's. See you guys next time. Later, bye.